Dear Sagittarius, July 2026 for you is a month of breaking out of habitual frameworks and realizing your true power. This is a time when you will stop agreeing to less and start demanding more from life than just stability. At the beginning of the month, Mars passes through important karmic points, posing sharp questions for you. Who are you moving forward with? And what are you willing to risk for? Venus will force you to reconsider your status and how the world sees your successes. And the tense opposition of Jupiter and Pluto will require you to be able to find a balance between your big goals and how you communicate your ideas to those around you. You are waiting for a rare window of opportunity that Uranus will open, and a powerful renewal in money matters and internal changes during the July new moon. We will analyze in detail why Saturn's turn in your 5th house will require serious work on creative matters and personal feelings, and how not to miss the right moment that this ambitious but demanding July provides. Therefore, be sure to watch this forecast to the end. It contains key dates that will determine the development of events in your relationships, finances, and the implementation of your boldest plans. If my forecasts resonate with you, support this video with a like and subscribe to the channel. It greatly helps the development of our circle of communication. And be sure to write in the comments which city or country you are watching us from. I am always very pleased to see how Sagittarius from very different corners of the world unite on this channel. And now let's analyze in detail what important turns July has prepared for you and what exactly you should pay the closest attention to. July 2 is the first serious day of the month. Venus is in a favorable position today in relation to the black moon, and this is a good reason for you to become slightly softer and more attentive to yourself. If there has been some misunderstanding in relationships lately, now is the time to talk. Frankly, you will be surprised how easily you can smooth out the rough edges. If you were planning to buy something for the house or engage in the arrangement of your housing act, you will successfully pick up things that will please the eye and will not hit your wallet. On the same day, Mars, your main planet of energy and action, finds itself right between the karmic nodes. This is a kind of crossroads where old methods no longer work and pull you back. Minor breakdowns may occur, or matters that you have long put off may surface. Your body is especially sensitive now. If you have long wanted to start training, or, conversely, allow yourself an extra day of rest, July 2 is an excellent moment. Moving on to the next important event of this month. July 4 is a day when the situation with the people around you will require decisive actions. Mars connects with Uranus in your 7th house, and this is the place where matters of your partnership, marriage, and open competition are decided. It is time to reconsider the terms of a contract, exit an unprofitable project, or, conversely, propose a daring idea. For some, Sagittarius, now is a good time to file documents in court. Today is a suitable moment to finally move the matter off dead center. If competitors are behaving aggressively, do not waste time on long reflections. Your decisive response will help not just to reflect their attacks, but to completely change the situation in your favor. Next is July 5, a day when your personal agreements require reinforcement with real actions. Mars from your 7th house directs your energy to Pluto, which is in the 3rd house, which is responsible for documents, education, and communication. This means that all the issues that you were solving yesterday, today, need to be transferred to paper or reinforced with specific words. Your life is filled with calls, meetings, trips, and paperwork. If yesterday you agreed on something important with your spouse or business partner, do not put it off today. Go and formalize it documentarily. Now is an excellent day to send official letters, requests, or claims. If you need to go somewhere to solve issues, even to a neighboring district or city, be sure to do it. Short trips will bring more benefit than 10 phone calls. The main rule of the day: fewer words, more specific documents, and real actions. Ahead is July 6, a day that will require seriousness. The tension between personal affairs and work will force you to reconsider your plans. You may feel that your career requires maximum dedication from you, but household chores persistently require attention. Some Sagittarius on this day could have planned a cozy family dinner or wanted to engage in renovations, but the boss suddenly calls them to work or requires an urgent report. As a result, resentment at home, stress at work. You need to pay for a training course or purchase something for status, but at the same moment, a household appliance broke down or urgent expenses for the family arose. You have to choose what is more important. You are trying to resolve an issue with real estate or registration, but you face a concrete no. In official instances, the rules cannot be bypassed. Documents are not accepted. But at the same time, you understand that home is your fortress, but your career is your solid ground under your feet. If you choose one main task of the day, either at home or at work, and focus on it, the day will pass with maximum benefit and without unnecessary drama. Let's see what the period from July 9 to August 6 prepares. Let's analyze how the transit of Venus through the 10th house in the sign of Virgo will affect your career and income. During this time, your reputation and professional success directly depend on how responsibly you approach the matter. Venus in Virgo loves system. Put your documents, your schedule, and plans in order. Perhaps you will sign up for courses or intensives where specific applied skills are given. The knowledge falls into place, and you immediately understand how to apply it in life. If you are selling or buying something, even through private ads, this time is ideal for precise calculations. You can find a buyer or product precisely thanks to your meticulousness and attention to characteristics. Conciseness, punctuality, and attention to detail are your main trump cards, which will help strengthen trust in you from those around you. But in the negative, you take on too many other people's affairs, trying to fix and improve the lives of other people, forgetting about your own goals and rest. This leads to resentment and a feeling that no one understands you. Allow yourself to be wrong sometimes. Your value is not only in how flawlessly you do everything, but also in how satisfied you are with your life in the process. The next important date is July 13. On this day, the Sun will be in conjunction with the planet Mercury in the 8th house and Venus in a tense aspect in relation to the planet Saturn. The 8th house is partner money, loans, taxes, inheritance, or investments. Everything that belongs not only to you, but also to other people. If you are stuck in the process of dividing property during a divorce, judicial disputes over inheritance, or registering documents for permanent residency, July 13 will bring clarity to your situation. Mercury is responsible for documents. You will finally understand what exactly is required of you, or see an error in the papers that needs to be urgently corrected. However, the aspect of Saturn to Venus will bring an atmosphere of strict rules and indifference. If you are preparing documents for training or planning expenses related to the birth of a child or a medical operation, you may face a slowing down of the process. A bank may reject a loan application, a consulate may require additional certificates, and a partner may seem distant and too focused on earnings, ignoring your feelings. This is not a time for emotions. This is a time to collect all the certificates. Carefully check every point of the contract. On July 14, a new moon occurs in the 8th house. Now is a good day for you to sort out other people's money, taxes, or debts, and finally put them in order. In the coming month, you will begin to solve accumulated money problems, relying on cold calculation instead of previous anxieties. This is a suitable moment to agree on money with other people and find ways to manage a common budget that were previously unavailable. On July 18, Uranus enters a harmonious aspect with Pluto, and this influence will last until November 29. This is a time for decisive steps in personal and business ties. These can be successful deals with documents, unexpected breakthroughs in education, moving, or even a change of environment to a more progressive one. Here, the aspect with Pluto promises serious changes in relationships. If a union has outlived itself, you will be able to put a period quickly and to the point. Or, conversely, a good period to finally agree on specific changes in everyday life or plans that previously seemed impossible. Here we have approached July 19. Here Mars forms a harmonious aspect to Saturn. In your horoscope, this affects the 5th and 7th houses, your personal interests, creativity, relationships with children, and partnership ties. If you have long wanted to sign up for dancing or start doing sports, now is the time to choose a studio, pick up a convenient schedule, and immediately write training sessions into your schedule. Pay special attention to children, find a tutor, arrange them in a circle according to interests. This is an ideal day to softly but firmly return to the daily routine. For example, agree on the time for gadgets or when you need to go to sleep. If there was confusion in communication with your husband, wife, or business partner, this aspect will help build boundaries. You will be able to discuss general plans without unnecessary drama and arguments, clearly setting priorities. Who is responsible for what? On July 22, the Sun moves into the sign of Leo, into your 9th house. This is a time when your attention shifts to expanding horizons, learning, and everything that goes beyond the framework of habitual routine. If you were planning courses, obtaining a certificate, or a deep dive into a new topic, now is the most successful moment for this. A good time for planning trips that give not just rest, but a new experience and bright impressions. This is a time to openly share your opinion, speak in public, or defend your positions. The long-awaited moment arrives. On July 23, Mercury begins moving forward. In your 8th house, this means that the breaking in money matters is finally removed. If you were planning to close an old debt, agree on getting a loan, or settle issues regarding inheritance, now is the most suitable moment for signing papers and putting signatures. On July 27, Saturn begins its retrograde movement in your 5th house, and this period will last until December 10. During this time, you will begin to pay more attention not to external achievements, but to reconsidering how you manifest yourself, how you rest, and how you build relationships with what you love. If you have a creative hobby or pastime, now is not the time to do something for the sake of appearances. Saturn will require mastery. Perhaps you will decide to undergo serious training, delve into details, or bring an old project to completion. In love affairs, frivolous hobbies may fade into the background, giving way to issues of responsibility and long-term prospects. You will subconsciously seek reliability and depth, and not just bright emotions. And so, we have come to the completion of our horoscope. On July 29, we are waiting for a full moon in Aquarius, and the Sun on this day connects with Jupiter in your 9th house. If you were planning the launch of a new business, a performance, or the registration of documents for a distant trip, obtaining visas, or buying tickets, luck will be on your side. Some Sagittarius will receive a diploma, certificate, or important news from educational institutions. Others will successfully pass an exam. This is a time when personal ambitions coincide with real opportunities, so do not be afraid to set goals higher. Now you are capable of reaching what previously seemed inaccessible. On this, we end our forecast for you, dear Sagittarius. July for you is a time to finally exhale and sort everything out. This is a month when you close money issues and distribute debts so that you have time for what really brings pleasure. All this helps to look at your life more simply and understand in which direction to move on. Tell us in the comments what resonated with you the most. Maybe it is putting order in affairs, a new approach to your hobbies, or a premonition of big changes that await us at the end of the month. Your likes and reviews very much help me develop the channel so that we can together better understand such important periods. Thank you very much for your support. Believe in yourself. Take everything from this month that it offers and let July help you make those very right decisions.